The world is filled with motivation to help you pursue your God-sized dream. You will hear everything from follow your heart to speak it and you will receive it. You'll get tactics and strategies to help you conquer. The ends justify the means. It's all about you living your dream. But in Christ, we are pursuing God-sized dreams, which are God-given dreams. And with God, popular wisdom is often the last thing you need. We need to follow the Lord. On day 5, we talked about listening to God's voice, and we saw that in Deuteronomy 13:4. Let's read that verse again. You shall follow the Lord your God and fear him, and you shall keep his commandments, listen to his voice, serve him, and cling to him. I love that verse. So much packed in there. And right there at the beginning, you shall follow the Lord your God. The Lord knows there is so much other stuff out there to follow. In this area of pursuing God-sized dreams in particular, there is so much that is not of him. First of all, the focus is always on us, how we can be elevated and get the glory. In the kingdom, that is not or shouldn't be our focus. We have to be careful about the counsel we follow. God's wisdom is often the opposite of what's popular. Isaiah 55:8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. I always find it humorous when an expert tells us what can and can't be done. Like, you can't expect to build anything in today's digital age if you are not online. I would imagine back in ancient times, every nation said, you can't expect to win any war unless you have the right number of chariots and horses. Every nation, except Israel, that is. Psalm 20:6-7. Now I know that the Lord saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some boast in chariots and some in horses, but we will boast in the name of the Lord our God. What are chariots and horses to God when he can send in one angel and slay an entire army? That same God is working in us when we are pursuing what he has called us to do. He'll move you to do things that don't seem to make sense. Just like it didn't make sense to Gideon to whittle down his army to 300 men. But you have to know that his plan is better than any other. Follow him. There are plenty of people out here doing big ministry for God, living God-sized dreams who are not online. You have to be willing to swim upstream. You have to be willing to walk by faith and trust in the ways that the Lord is leading you. You have to be willing to put aside your own thoughts about how something should be done and seek him and his strategy. The wisdom of this world is foolishness to God. I love watching him show out as only he can. It starts with following him. If you're pursuing a God-sized dream, the Lord needs to be ahead of you, in your sights, every step of the way. You need to follow him. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if there is some way the Lord has led you that didn't seem to make sense, that went against the grain, but you knew it was God and you followed him. Encourage us with that. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Keep clinging.